Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will explain how in patch 10.2 you can get some very powerful enchants for your different elms. And this is something, as you will see, that will change depending on your specialization. So in order to unlock these different enchants for your different elms, you will need to get this item right here, the Incandescent Essence. To get this essence, you will have to complete different type of quests, and all of them will take place in Amirdrassil, the new raid from patch 10.2. So the first step is on all your different characters. You will need to kill the first boss in any difficulty, even in LFR, and normally you will receive this item right here, the Twisted Dreaming Essence. I'm sure that many of you already have this item and probably already completed the first quest. So when you get this item, you can click on it, you will receive a quest, and this is the essence of a broken dream. And as you can see, all you have to do is to then go and find Meritra in Amirdrassil, the new raid. Then when you do that, you will receive a second quest, and this time this is the Power of Dreams. So here, as you can see, you will need to do a couple of things. First, you will need to kill the following bosses: Igira, Larodar, Smolderon, and Tindril. And again, you can do that in any difficulty, including also LFR. Then, after that, you will also need to get 50 of these Echoed Ephemera. So what's interesting with this item is that basically they will drop from the different bosses in Amirdrassil, but you are limited to only 10 per week. So it means that in total, you will need 5 weeks in order to complete this second quest right here. So here, I would really recommend you to start doing this quest as soon as possible and to start killing all the different bosses in any difficulty so you can be on time and get this enchant as soon as possible. And so normally after completing the Power of Dreams, soon after you will probably receive either another quest or something that will reward you with the Incandescent Essence. Again, for now, no one has been able to get it simply because it hasn't been 5 weeks since the release of the new raid, but soon people will be able to get this essence. So when you get the essence, basically you can apply it, as you can see, on any of your different elms. And what's really good is the fact that this is an item that is not consumed on you. So it means that you can use it on all the different elms for this character. One important thing to note is the fact that this is not something that will be shared with all your different characters. So each time you will have to do the quest again if you want to get this enchant on multiple characters. So now, when it comes to the different enchants, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the enchant will automatically change depending on the specialization that you're using. So for instance, if you have an elm that you're using for like multiple different specs, if you're changing your spec, the enchant and the buff that you will get will automatically change. So the first one that, as you can see, is for healer is this one right here, Larodar's Fiery Reverie. With this buff, as you can see, your healing has a chance to apply Bramble Barrier to your target, absorbing 7,189 damage and causing 867 nature damage to attackers when struck. If the barrier is broken, the target is healed for 6,294 over 6 seconds. If it expires without breaking, the target gains 146 versatility for 10 seconds. So this is definitely good and something that, again, any players that are using an healing spec will be able to get. Then we have the tank buff. Approximately 1 procs per minute, taking damage has a chance to fill you with Blazing Rage, causing your abilities to deal 448 additional fire damage split between nearby enemies for 12 seconds and shielding you for the damage dealt. Damage increase per enemy struck up to 5. So again, really useful for any tanks. Then we have one for melee effect. Your attacks have a low chance to draw torment from your victim to manifest a cruel blade based on the number of nearby enemies, dealing 7,551 shadow flame damage over 6 seconds to solitary pose, or 5,988 fire damage split between all nearby enemies. And again, damage increase per enemy struck up to 5. And finally, we have the last one for the different ranged DPS. Your harmful spells and abilities have a chance to summon a parliament of blazing spirit owls to Dive Bomb your target, dealing 4,913 fire damage, split between all nearby targets. And again, damage increased by enemy struck up to 5. So these are the different buffs that you will be able to get. And again, they will be the same whatever difficulty you're doing this quest on. So for instance, if you're doing it with a Mythic raid or an LFR raid, you will still get the same enchant, the same essence, and the same buff. So this is really something that I think is super useful. And again, this is one of the rare enchants that you can get. And again, these are really useful for any type of specs. So what I would recommend you to do really is just make sure that on all the different characters you're planning to play with in patch 10.2 to do this quest, make sure to kill all the different raid bosses per week in order to get the Echoed Ephemera. And like that, normally after a certain amount of weeks, you will be able to complete the quest and hopefully get this Incandescent Essence. Maybe later on, at some point, Blizzard will make it binds to your account, but for now, it's binds when picked up, so it means that again, you will need to do it on each of the different characters you want to play with. Also, I just want to do a quick shout out to this guy right here, Rix. He's a French YouTuber and he's one of the person that actually started to talk about this essence. I was already aware of the essence, but I saw his video and it just motivated me to also make a video to share this tip because I think many people are not really aware of this essence and of all the different buffs that you can get with these enchants. So a big thanks to him, and I would recommend you, if you're speaking French, to go visit his channel because it's really nice. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope it will help you get your hands on this essence and on these really powerful enchants. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great Sunday. Bye!